Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of a Bizarre Datapack Dev Logs. And I've been doing quite a lot of stuff in the background regarding the data pack, and I've changed a lot of things right now. And I mean a lot. Like a lot of recoding, a lot of placing this file here and there, a lot of moving stuff. You get the point. I've been working on it for quite a while, and now I have something to show you guys because I feel like we're nearing the end of the world's development. Well, of course, the model is the same for now. I'm gonna have to switch the model to a new one once I get the hang of learning how to use OBJMC. I think I will have to wait for Cube for the tutorial because yeah, I'm struggling a bit understanding how to do it, but I did get a model in and got it to render and all of that, but with the rotation stuff, I don't know how to do that yet. Because wherever you're looking, the model rotates, so if you look in front of it, you're still looking behind it because it automatically rotates itself, and haven't quite figured how to do that yet. So what do we got here then? Well, I'm hovering in my first two bars, and where's the thing? Where's combat mode and utility mode? If I look up, there it is. Combat mode, and if you shift, if you shift, hold on. Alright, got it back working. Had a little coding mishap there, but yeah, if you shift, you go to utility mode instead, but if you're not shifting, you're just in combat mode. Well, if you right click to select it. So let's try utility mode first. Same thing, block the brush. Got a quick stop. Also, I changed how my quick stop works. Now it doesn't teleport you mid-air if you're looking up. See, it always teleports you to the land, no matter where you are. Also, increase the range to 15 blocks instead of 10, but it's a bit harder to aim it, like, up a wall or something, trying to teleport up there, but you can do it, yeah, like that. Now it doesn't teleport you way in the sky if you aim it upwards. It just teleports you right on the land. So no matter where you're looking, if you're looking way too high, you'll be on the land. And I also got rid of the whole after you teleport, you're in the air for a bit and like land. Now you're just on the foot at all times. So it makes it much more cleaner to look at because look at this. I'm running and I'm still running. I'm jumping. I'm still jumping. Double that. Have my no cooldowns hacks on, but yeah, it fixed that. Time stop's still the same. Didn't have to show. But the main thing to show here is the combat mode. Alright, so we get to choose combat mode instead. Look up. I've made it so you can see the other moves, the secondary moves, even if you're not shifting. And oh, new moves for the world. Interesting. And quick stop time stop is also moved to this bar, and now this is the awakening and the ultimate move. How do I deactivate my stand now? Well, same thing. You just have to look down. You have to look straight down, like. This one is very sensitive. See, I have to like go perfectly 90 degrees downward just to get my deactivate stand. But that is just so you don't accidentally deactivate your stand. That's the entire purpose of why is it so hard to just deactivate a stand. It's not really that hard, it's just that you have to snap your head downwards. But you get the gist of it. I have now an extra slot for new moves, which is I'll be showing later. Quick knives and counter stop. As you see, the selection also changes if you shift, so you know which move you're using. And the cooldowns also display. Oh, well, if I don't have my cooldown hacks. Alright, so if you do jab and then shift, see, stays there. It's gonna be much more prominent for long cooldown ones like, say, Sign Smash. You can see the cooldown of the other move now, so you know when the cooldown is up, and both of them work at the same time. See, that's red, they can't use it, and both of them are dashed out, means they can't use it, and they have the cooldowns going on. So now you have more idea on which has cooldowns and which has not. All of them have it, and yeah. I've also changed Cutthroat Knife a bit. I've kind of nerfed it. Now it has a longer wind-up animation. See, it took me much longer to shoot that knife than before. Knife Fury is still the same. The whole basic combo string also the same. I've kind of changed my system on the knock up, hit down, and fling. So I'm just gonna summon. See this? Still do some pretty sick combos with it. Yep, still block him. The same. I can't showcase combo breaker because I'm in single player. Only works in multiplayer. All the rest of the moves are the same. Kick barrage. I also improved the hitboxes quite a bit, especially for gut punch, because it was so hard to hit that basically no one will ever hit it. But now I kind of increased the hitbox. You see that? It's much better. Anyway, so what are the new moves? Got quick knives and counter stop. What do these do? Quick knives. You basically just time stop for a second, and then throw knives at your enemy, then return back to your place. You don't even move. You just look at an entity to aim it. Also, this does have cooldown, but you can't miss it. It's impossible to miss. But if the player is good enough, they can of course block it, or use a time skip before the knives hit. I'm spamming it right now. I'm gonna try and spam it. See, nothing happens. Even if I aim to myself, nothing happens. The moment I get to the hitbox of the Iron Golem, there it is. It's gonna trigger, and there goes the cooldown. And how about counter stop? What does counter stop do? I've set myself to survival mode, and as the counter stop implies, this is indeed a counter for the world. So if I do counter stop, hit, see? It automatically donuts them. I also teleport right in front of them before it happens. And this also works on mobs that use projectiles. So if I do villager, my cooldowns. Alright, see if it hits me. Yep, I teleport right in front of them and I donut them, no matter how far they are. So if someone decides to snipe me from 100 blocks away, I'll just teleport right in front of them. That easy. And also get a free donut. This also works on evokers. Also works on the Vexes. Oh, could have gotten hit. Oh, attack me. There we go. Oh. See that? The fangs triggered my counter, and I donut him.
No, 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 no.
And like that. So if ever your counter is up, just use it when someone's about to attack you, and you get a free donut. Come on. Come at me. Come at me. It's actually pretty fun to use. Now, we got the new bar for Greatest High and Road Roller. If I just use Greatest High instead of Road Roller, which cost me 500 ultimate points, but Road Roller cost a full 1000, Road Roller would be crossed out. Yep. See, I can't use Road Roller because I don't have enough. And it's crossed out, and it's red. If I do have 1000, then I can use Road Roller. But that drains my entire bar, and now I can't use any. Also, I have also practiced a combo for the world, also using Road Roller with the combo, but it was almost a true combo, but there were like 2 sets of 2 ticks where the mob wasn't stunned, and they could have used like a block or a counter, quick stop, a teleport move. Could have escaped there within those 2 ticks if they were like spamming it, so they are able to escape it. I think it could actually be a true combo if I was just faster. So here's the clip. Alright, and I've added a new tutorial chat when you're first using a power that came from my data pack, which, you know, the world or Sans. Oh, speaking about Sans, he is gonna be released alongside the world in a single data pack because me and my friend tested in multiplayer using 2 different data packs with Sans on the other one and the world on the other one, and there were some conflicts with the damage system, and therefore we just couldn't do any damage like at all, so they have to be in the same pack. Sans is not gonna be complete when I release this, and yes, I am releasing the data pack. That means I'm gonna also upload a separate video just showcasing the world's abilities purely, so be sure to also watch that if you missed some other stuff that I've already shown. And yeah, this is the tutorial bit. Yep, this only happens once if you equip the power You can see my chat. Look up and right click for combat mode, or hold shift and right click for utility mode. And in combat mode, hold shift to switch to the second set of the moves. And also, holding shift turns your jump into super jump. So yeah, combat mode, same thing. And the world is pretty much finished. It's just that we still couldn't test combo breaker, but I don't think people are gonna be playing in multiplayer like immediately with just the world being as the only fully completed stand that you can use. I can also get more input and some other bugs that I could fix once people get to play with this, and yeah, see what kind of combos other people can do that I can or just couldn't think of at the moment. But yeah, this is a bit of a shorter video for now because I've already worked a lot on the background without any of it being recorded. Couldn't really get that in the video. Okay, so why don't we dive deep into how the data pack works yet again. Okay, first off, there's a new data pack that I'm also incorporating, and that is the entity hit matching data pack by Calwood and NPH HPM. This works like magic, I swear to God. This is the one that used for like custom enchantments and so, but my purpose for just using this is knowing which mob hit me by any means necessary, like whether they hit me in melee attack or by using a projectile or by summoning jaws from the ground. This data pack helps on detecting whoever did it, and so I could assign them by in the reward one function run counter stop as at a that has the world as the power. Their counter is active and it's not already triggered, then run the counter function as this entire thing is working. So what it means is if ever I get attacked, this function triggers, and the function is the source, which is already tagged in the hit matching data pack. The source is the attacker, so like a skeleton from afar or a zombie hitting me in front, they're already tagged source, but I also tag them as countered so I can do more stuff before the source tag gets removed from the data pack. Now for custom projectiles, I'll have to detect the armor stand and if it is near me, if the hitbox hits me. And then I just detect who is the owner of that projectile, which always has an owner, because that's how I detect not being able to hit yourself with your own projectiles, like with the world's knives. Like if you use it in time stop and then walk in front of it and then time stop resumes, you don't get hit by it, because that would be stupid. So it always has the same ID as the owner, means I could just run a score check to whoever has the same ID, then give them the counter tag, which is the same as this one. Then if I get hit with a custom damage scoreboard or physically getting hit by the data of hurt time, then run the counter stop hit, in which this is all the commands that work. I get teleported right in front of the mob, in which if the block in front of them 2 blocks air, then teleport me there, but if it's not, teleport me 1 block of dead. And if the 1 block is also not air, then teleport me just right above them for a bit, just a bit above them. Or if the block above it is also not air, then just teleport me to wherever they're standing. And then go back to hit, got the blink. There's a black screen font that just plays for a second in your face, so you got the blink effect. Then the damage, which is the same as the donut damage, so I just reuse that. I also got the Kakuin play sound to play for. You need to have that. And then remove all the tags once everything is finished. Basically how we did it. For the quick knives though, I have to use a raycast. Tag myself as the caster and then remove it after this entire thing finishes. This all happens in one tick, so it doesn't matter if someone else uses it at like the same time, but you can't really time it correctly to cast it at the same time. It must be like a very niche situation where both of you press the ability at the exact same time, and that hardly ever happens. We're talking a tick. We all know there's 20 ticks in a second. Can you do that? Press the same ability, the exact same tick? I don't think so. So we just do a raycast loop. Nice raycast loop. And simple raycasting. If it's air, then continue. Unless there's also an entity right in front of me that is not the caster, so it doesn't detect me, so I don't try and hit myself. If there is someone in front of me, then run the quick knives loop in. Then this is the word skip sound effect, blink. Then we get the cooldown, so you don't just waste the move by not aiming at anybody and getting a cooldown out of literally nothing happening. So that would be bad. So it just made it so you can only have a cooldown once you actually get to use the ability if you hit somebody with it. Then it summons a different type of knives that I just summon it, then I summon knives, and these knives still has the same ID as me. So if ever the knife misses and it goes straight at me, it doesn't kill me. Those same knives, TP it around the target, whichever location I want it to be, facing them, just under their foot. Of course, the person that I hit, I also target the target, so it knows who this person is in this one single tick. All of these are happening in one tick, and then just remove the tag as well once it's all done. Then I got the projectile to move it itself on just 0.5 blocks per second. It's actually pretty damn slow. It's much slower. It's like double the slowness of the normal knives. Just make it so it's somewhat reactable, but only a small time frame. So if you're not ready for it and you're just standing there, you're gonna get hit. But if you see it coming, you can either block, quick stop, or use your counter against them. Now that I think of it, if you use quick knives with someone that has a counter, you're pretty much asking for a death wish. So yeah, that's how my quick knives work. Yeah, that's how the new quick knives work. And the quick stop, I now use 2 raycasts instead, in which this one first raycasts to wherever you're looking at, and then if it's out of my range, just the caster is me. And if I am outside 15 blocks, then we do raycast 2 my position, because don't want to be teleported inside the wall instead. Then we run the raycast 2, which this one raycasts straight downward. So that's how I detect the floor and teleport you up the floor and not in the mid-air if you're aiming way too high. So you always teleport on the floor. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. And then loop end is just the teleport command. Then I also have the same principle with quick knives, because sometimes this won't work, especially if you're targeting towards the void in which there is no floor. So it's never gonna happen. So I just make it only give cooldown if it is actually successful, so it doesn't just rob you of a skill that didn't even happen. Then the blink and then the place. It's just that simple. But yeah, that's really all I have, and see you in the other video that I'm just gonna be posting a couple of hours after this, because you know, upload and editing, all that stuff can be delayed. But after the video is done, I'm gonna be releasing the data pack, so be sure to stay tuned and keep an eye on that PMC post, because I'll be releasing it. So that's it for today, and thank you for watching a Bizarre Datapack Dev Logs.